Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Far Cry 4. I believe this is the 12th episode, but I can double check. Let's see. The Doomed Dog Far Cry. I can... 4. No, why am I not getting my own channel when I type in my channel name? That's dumb. Why are you dumb, YouTube? Yes, episode 12 of Let's Play Far Cry 4. As you saw, I am playing the Xbox One version, recording it off of the Xbox One X. When I tried to stream Halo Combat or Halo Master Chief Collection from the Xbox One X, I kept having problems. For some reason, it would blink on and off. Like the screen would display something for a few seconds and then go black, and it would do that over and over and over again. And I don't know why, but it had zero problems at all when I played this game. Maybe it's because this game doesn't upscale. I don't know. But yeah, I'm doing the Xbox One version. And I streamed this over on Twitch, so if you are interested in watching my Twitch, there's a link in the description below to it. You can check that out. There was no commentary on that stream. I was just recording gameplay. And I had intended to record about an hour and a half of gameplay. I wound up recording just shy of 2 hours. So you're getting 4 episodes of this, and then Dalton should be back by then, and everything should be good. So, and we will get back to Gears of War 3 if you guys are looking forward to that. In the meantime, you're going to get episodes 12, 13, 14, and 15 of Let's Play Far Cry 4. So for those of you who may not be in the know, and I know there's a lot of new people on this channel, because I reached 1,000 subscribers. Thank you for that. Thank you for that very much. I greatly appreciate it. That is awesome. But for those of you not in the know, when Dalton is on vacation, I do solo episodes of Let's Plays. It's the only time that I'm not doing co-op Let's Plays with him. Even when I'm doing single player, you guys know I do stuff with him. But it's been a little while since the last set of episodes. I started 2 solo Let's Plays that I knew would keep me busy for a while, so I could keep coming back to them and doing them over and over again, just adding more episodes over time. Those being The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, which I just did 4 episodes of, and this one, Far Cry 4. For The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, I was playing the PC version of the game, and I lost my save file on that, so I started all over again when I started recording again. I just started a brand new save file, and it's better anyway because it's in 1440p and 60 frames per second, where the original 6 episodes of that series were all in 1080p and 30 FPS. So you get a higher quality, better looking overall product there, I think, in my opinion. Now, this is not the PC version of the game. This still has, obviously, my console. I didn't get rid of my save game, so I still had that. Here I was trying to remember all the controls. So I can pick up exactly where I left off last time I was playing Far Cry 4 for you guys. So you get episode 11, picking up where the last one... or the last episode, or get episode 12, pick up exactly where episode 11 left off. So just pick it up and continue exactly on. This, I am recording this at a higher resolution than 1080p, but this is a 1080p game. I'm also recording it at a higher frame rate than 30 FPS, but on consoles, this is a 30 FPS game. On previous gen consoles, this was probably 720p 30 FPS, or at least shot for 30 FPS, probably didn't achieve it a lot of the time. But, yeah, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 version of this game did not receive a boost in frame rate, which is unfortunate, but, you know, it never dips from 30 FPS, so I'm at least grateful for that. And for those of you wondering about the Xbox One X in specific, which is the version of the Xbox One that I have, you know it can display in 4K. This is not a game that was enhanced for the Xbox One X. So you don't get 4K resolution, you don't get enhanced graphics or increased frame rate or anything else that is common with this. This is 1080p, 30 FPS, upscaled to 4K 30. But I was streaming it at 1440p, and I recorded the gameplay at 1440p. I also recorded the gameplay at... so, essentially you're getting 1080p upscaled to 1440. 1080p image upscaled to 1440, because that's what I recorded it at. I'm not entirely sure how that works with the... with my renderer when it can't, because I got a Elgato 4K 60 Pro capture device, so I can record at 4K, and I have in the past. I have multiple videos on my gameplay channel that are recorded at 4K, but for this, I've never even tried to stream at 4K. If I'm doing PC games, I'm typically doing 1440p. If I'm doing anything else, I'm usually doing 720p or 1080p. But for this, I decided since it was displaying at 4K resolution, not internally, but 4K resolution upscaled, I would record it at that higher resolution, so you guys are getting these episodes rendered at a 2560 by 1440 resolution. Now, I'm also doing it at 60 FPS. That's just my standard now. That's what I do. I render at anything 720p or higher at 60 frames per second now. And now, I don't know how much of a point that has with a 30 frames per second game like this. Like I said earlier, this game runs at 30 frames per second, and it's pretty smooth on the Xbox One X. It doesn't tend to dip. At least I don't recall it dipping in any of the times I've sat down and played this. But it does run at 30, which means when a when your capture device records it at 60 frames per second, it basically just renders every single frame twice. I have no clue if there's any advantage to that at all. I'd have to mess around with render settings and whatnot to be able to get it to 30 FPS. And I didn't feel like doing that, so yeah, you're getting 4K 60 even though or 1440p 60 even though it is a 30 FPS game. If there's any advantage to that, let me know in the comments below. I guess I honestly do not know. But I don't have the PC version. My PC will run this game just fine, but I do not have the PC version of this game to run it at 60. This was a cross-gen game, though. So I was kind of surprised to learn that the base game doesn't run at a higher resolution than the original. And not much I can do about that, but... or higher frame rate, rather. Because you would think that with a much more powerful hardware than the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, that you could get a higher frame rate. But what do I know about game development? I just critique video games, right? You know, I have not played this game at all outside of this Let's Play series, and I suppose that's the downside to doing it this way. Like, this is a Let's Play series that I only work on when Dalton is not home. So, if I want to play it outside of that, then I would have to, I don't know, start a new game or do it on a different console or something. I don't know. I don't want to go over my save game, so I've only played this game when I'm playing it for the channel. Which means all the gameplay that you see that's up on the channel, that's literally all of Far Cry 4 that I've played. I haven't gotten any further in the game beyond what you've seen up on the channel and the episodes that are coming up after this, you know. But it's fun to return to. This game is really not a evolution of what 3 did pretty much at all, but the 3 formula was pretty fun to begin with. Like, nowadays it's kind of gotten samey because the Far Cry 3 and Fallout formula and Assassin's Creed formula has been done in game after game after game after game. But it's fun to but it's still fun in this game. Like, this is a fun game to play. The weapons sound pretty good. The sound design is good. The world is beautiful and fun to explore. I've enjoyed playing through this for the first time. Obviously, I played I played Far Cry 1. And there's gameplay of me playing the early Xbox 360 ones, Xbox and Xbox 360 ones, Far Cry Instinct and Far Cry Instinct Predator, I think, on my gameplay channel. And I have played, I have beaten 2. I beat the PlayStation 3 version of Far Cry 2, and I played some of Far Cry 2 on stream once. That was fun. I should do that again someday. I actually really enjoy streaming. I'm going to do Half-Life later on. So by the time this goes up, I probably already started doing Half-Life 2 Episode 2, I should say. By the time this goes up, I've probably already done Half-Life 2 Episode 2 on stream and already started that game. Or maybe even finish it. I don't know. Here I'm realizing I need to get myself some skills, because I have 6 points and I haven't used them. But this has been fun to run around, explore, find things, do side quests, drive cars, kill people. Like, it's been fun. It's been fun playing through this game on and off for some time now. Obviously, this is episode 12. We get all the way up to episode 15, and then we're going to get back to Gears of War 3. So for those of you looking forward to that, yeah, that's coming up after Far Cry. I hope you guys are looking forward to that, because I am looking forward to playing more of that. I wish we had been able to get more than 3 episodes up for you guys before Dalton went on vacation, but it is what it is, and I got some other content for you guys to watch while he's gone, which I hope you guys have enjoyed. The episodes of Oblivion were a blast to do, and this was fun to record. And just like that with Oblivion, I am post-commentating this because it allows me... Okay, here's my thoughts on my Let's Plays in general. The biggest reason that I always do co-op Let's Plays, even when I'm doing single-player games, I have Dalton there with me, is because I think I work better as a Let's Player when I have someone to chat with. I think by myself I can be kind of boring at times, and I can be sound kind of absent-minded, forgetful, things like that when I'm doing this all by myself. But I think when I have time to post commentate and I'm not splitting my my thoughts between the game itself, playing the game itself, and my commentary, I have a more consistent, more interesting audio commentary when I do that. Perhaps that means that my streams are boring, but it is what it is. I honestly don't know. I don't know if people find my streams entertaining or not. I guess that's up to other people. But that's what I think I am. I think I'm better at audio commentary when I and can focus entirely on the commentary itself and don't have to worry about playing the game well. That is why when Dalton is not here, I do post commentary in my videos, and that's what I'm doing here with these episodes of Let's Play Far Cry 4. So, I don't remember what I talked about in the episodes of Let's Play The Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Did I talk about the pain in the dick that it is to try to purchase games off of the PlayStation 3 store nowadays? I don't remember if I did or not, because I did that recently. I recently picked up Shin Megami Tensei Persona and Shin Megami Tensei Persona 2 Innocent Sin. This is kind of interesting. Okay, so the first Persona came out in both the United States and in Japan. It was a spin-off of the long-running, but at the time not particularly well known, especially in the West, Shin Megami Tensei series of post-apocalyptic RPGs. It's more well known now because 3 gained it some praise, as did 4 and 5, and Digital Devil Saga and a few others. And Persona has gained it a ton of praise, but the first one came out in both, and it was named Revelations Persona on the PlayStation 1 for the U.S. release. I don't know if it was in Japan or not, but the U.S. release also made a lot of weird alterations to the translation. Like, instead, it didn't alter the way the villages and whatnot in the game themselves looked. So they still looked very Japanese, but it gave them more American-sounding names, which is kind of weird. And then it switched yen, which is currency there, for dollars for some strange reason, and one of the white characters became black for some reason. I don't know why that was done. It's all kind of weird, right? And then they removed an entire massive plot line from the game called the Snow Queen Quest. I think it was the Snow Queen Quest. The Ice Prince. Snow Queen Quest. That was it, and that was just removed entirely. So then they decided to remaster. Then we got we didn't get the next game in the series, which was Persona 2 Innocent Sin. And for those that don't know, Persona 2 is a duology. There are two Persona 2 games, Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. We did not get Innocent Sin on the PlayStation here in the United States. I don't really know why, but we didn't. Then we did get Eternal Punishment here in the United States. Oh, they saw me. Very weird that we got... But it gets weirder, though, because after the popularity of Persona 3 in the States, and it was the very first game that started making the Persona... Like, 5 did far more legwork in making it famous than in the United States than any other game, but that really started with 3, where it first started gaining some notoriety here in the States. Shit, I lost my train of thought. But after the success of 3, they went back and did reworkings of Persona 1 and both halves of Persona 2 for the PlayStation Portable. And generally speaking, the version of Persona 1 that we got here in the States for the PSP is superior to the PlayStation original. It's got a new translation that keeps the original names, and the character that became black in the PlayStation version is still white in that version. I remember there was people like, why'd y'all make the black guy white? When that happened, people thought that was kind of weird, but then it turned out that yeah, the PlayStation version took a white character and made him black for some reason. And the Snow Queen quest was added back in. Obviously, being the PlayStation Portable game, it has widescreen supports, and it looks it looks pretty sharp on the PSP. It looks nice and plays well. And generally, that is the superior version of the game, right? It does have one problem, though, and that is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is not fitting for the story and its themes at fucking all. It is weird. It is very weird. Then we got Persona 2 Innocent Sin finally, like a decade after it came out in Japan. We finally got it in the States. In I think 2011. Well, it's more than a decade then. It was like 12 years. And we here in the States could finally play Persona 2. It is the first half of Persona 2 in English. And then they didn't release Persona 2 Eternal Punishment, the PSP version of that game, in the United States. So the half we did get back in the day, we didn't get for the PSP. Fucking weird. So if you want to play it legally in English, you have to get Persona 2 for the Innocent Sin for the PSP, and then Eternal Punishment for the PS1. Kind of weird, right? I swear to God, those look like doors. Damn it. Damn it, game. Fucking look like doors. But there's the actual door. I didn't even know this guy was in here. I was just looking for a way in. And I was like, oh shit, there's a hostage. So I decided that I wanted to have Persona 1 and 2. both halves of 2 finally, because I have the original disc for Persona 2 Eternal Punishment on the PlayStation. And I have Revelations Persona on the PlayStation Classic. So I can play those two, but I never had Innocent Sin because it didn't fucking come out here until the PSP, and I missed my opportunity to buy it. So I was looking on the PlayStation Store, and I noticed that you could buy the PSP version, the English PSP version of that game, on the PlayStation 3 store. So I was like, I want to buy that. I want to buy that, and I finally want to get to experience the first half of Persona 2. You know, the half with Adolf Hitler in it, which is just weird. He's a boss in it. He's actually part of the plot. He's not like an optional boss. He's actually part of the game's plot. Which is just bizarre, right? But, it was fun. So I went on the store and I added it to my cart. I went to check out, and it gives me a link. It tells me I can't pay with the card. I cannot pay with a prepaid like gift card kind of thing that you redeem for the store. I couldn't pay with PayPal, anything. And it gives me a link, and that I click on. I go to this link, and it takes me to a website that tells me in order to pay for games on the PlayStation Portable, I need to add funds to my PlayStation Network account, and in order to buy games on the PlayStation 3, rather, I need to add funds to my PlayStation account, and then go and go on the PlayStation 3 and then purchase it like normal, but only once you've had the funds. So I go and try on, and it tells me 2 ways to do it. On the PlayStation Network app, which I don't have on my phone, or the PlayStation Network website on my PC. I try the PC, and every single time I try to add funds to it, I get an error message. Isn't that fun? So I do some more research, try to find out how the fuck I can do this. And I find out that I can add funds to my PlayStation account using my PlayStation 4. So I went and I added funds to the PlayStation 4, and I discovered that you can only add set amounts of funds. Like, you can't just figure out exactly how much you need, add that, and be done. That would be too simple. Instead, what you have to do is add set amounts. There's like $5, $10, $20, $40, $50. So if you want to buy $40 before tax, worth of items on the PlayStation Network, you have to add $50 to your account. And then you just got this extra amount just sitting on your fucking account. I was like, what the fuck ever? So I add it to my account. I add the money to my account. And I go and I buy Persona 2 Innocent Sin on my PlayStation. And once you have the account, once you have the funds in your account, it just operates like normal. And then I download it to my PlayStation Portable, or to my PlayStation 3. And I connect my PlayStation Portable to my PlayStation 3. And it recognizes it. It says, and I click on this, do you want to copy this to your PSP? And I'm like, yeah. And it gives me an error. And I try it over and over again. It gives me an error. And I start looking online for some kind of solution. What the fuck is going on? I don't fucking know. And I find a Reddit thread about it where someone suggests that you can't you can't do it that way anymore. You can. Someone suggests they took away the ability to transfer games from the PlayStation 3 to the PlayStation Portable in like the last update that they did. Why the fuck would you do that? Like, I can't buy games on the PlayStation Portable, right? Because the PSP was shut down. The PSP store was shut down. You can't buy games on the PSP at all anymore.